Now, the lockdown has affected us all in different ways. Some of us got pets, some of us took up exercise, whilst others dusted off their old board games and re-engaged with the family around the dinner table. One of the most popular games of past and present has to be Monopoly. I always remember, as a kid, Uncle David wasn't allowed to be the banker because he was a cheat. And he still is. Well, it was announced recently that Maidstone will become the latest location to be honoured with its own version of the famous board game, with local landmarks replacing the traditional London locations. And what's more, the makers of the game are giving the people of Maidstone the opportunity to vote on which landmarks should be included on the game and cards. Now, to tell us more about the board game and how you can vote on which places are used on the cards, it's Graham Barnes, Games Executive at manufacturer Winning Moves. Hello, Graham.
Hello, Jason.
So this is quite exciting for us to have our own Monopoly board. And I guess the gameplay remains the same.
The spirit's the same, the rules are the same, the money denomination's the same. You get sent to jail if you misbehave or cheat like your family member. And there's a little known rule that has just been added that at Christmas you have to have a row because otherwise the game isn't the same. No, that isn't quite true. So yes, all the landmarks, Mayfair Park Lane, etc., could see Leeds Castle, Archbishop's Palace, and Moat Park, and the cards as well change.
And you're giving people the chance to vote on landmarks here in Maidstone that will be used on the game.
Yes, so we're inviting the public from today. The announcement was earlier today, and we've already had a few suggestions. Get stuck on the M20, go back 3 spaces, and maybe the prison that was made famous in the TV series Porridge, that could feature. These are open till April the 7th.
So we've got a couple of weeks for people to vote. People can also make suggestions, am I right? So not only are they voting on landmarks, they can also suggest landmarks.
Everything, because at the moment it's a blank canvas, and a big thank you in anticipation in advance. And so far for those that have engaged, thank you. And you know, we'd like to pay a big thank you in advance. And without the public, we couldn't produce a game. For example, we did one in Hull a year or two ago, and there were things we didn't know. There was this wonderful lady called the Bee Lady, and everyone in Hull knew her, but no one outside of Hull did. And she featured on a card. It's those type of things that we absolutely love, and we will find out about them from, hopefully, you and your listeners.
So you're looking for the weird and wonderful, but they've got to be family friendly as well, I guess.
Family friendly, of course, and anything that is much loved, beloved in Maidstone. Yes, please. We have an official Facebook page, and we expect to be doing a roaring trade on social media.
So if I wanted to suggest something, or if I have an idea, how do I engage with the process?
Okay, so we have an official Monopoly Facebook page for Maidstone, and people send in suggestions typically, and then other people will comment. Sometimes there's a very long thread with these. There's a specific email line which you can send in all your suggestions, the reasons why, etc. That is maidstone@winningmoves.co.uk. And on request, we will accept pigeon post.
And will there be like a big grand reveal then, where all the places that have made it onto the final board will be published?
There will be a big grand reveal. We'll come into Maidstone, of course, socially distancing, provided we're allowed to, in October, which is purely coincidentally in time for Christmas. That's when the game goes up for sale. A massive reveal. Who will be Mayfair? Archbishop's Palace, maybe? Who will be Old Kent Road on a Kent board? Maybe somewhere very old. I wouldn't think Archbishop's Palace, but there's an old church, I understand, dates back many, many centuries. That could go on.
We've got a few presenters who might be old enough to get on that board.
So the big reveal will be great. And before then, we are going to announce specifically in a few weeks looking for charities to feature on the community chest. So there'll be a few other announcements, but yes, as you say, Jason, the big reveal will be when the game's out.
Do you know when the game will be available? And more importantly, I guess, where will people be able to get their hands on it?
Well, major retailers, offline, online. I can tell you with my own eyes in Stratford, offline in a shop there, someone had on the day it came out, 4 Stratford-upon-Avon boards in their arms. I asked why. They said 1 under the tree, 1 for a relative abroad, 1 as a gift here, and we have to open 1 now, which I don't know whether Santa gave permission, but yeah, some people buy 2 or 3. Some people tuck them away, and in years to come, who knows, they might be worth lots of money.
And as well as a lot of interest in the game, I'm seeing there's a lot of support from all sorts of areas. I saw the Mayor of Maidstone was encouraging us all to take part in choosing a location or suggesting a location.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. That's absolutely wonderful, and we welcome that. And what we want is the people of Maidstone, and maybe a bit beyond within Kent, to come up with some great ideas. We produce these around the world. I had a delight of doing one in Dubai not long ago, and that was great. And we've done them in Sydney. We're doing one this year in Texas, in San Antonio. We can't possibly know all the ins and outs of each place, and it's a pleasure to hear these things. There will be people that are celebrated that we can put on the board, and there will be charities, and there will be much beloved landmarks.
And if people want to vote, where do they go? Where do I take part in the voting process?
The official Monopoly Maidstone Facebook page, or at this address, which is maidstone@winningmoves.co.uk.
Graham Barnes, Games Executive at manufacturer Winning Moves, thank you very much for speaking to us this afternoon, and I look forward to speaking to you in October.
Thank you.